Vijay Gokhale, who will read out a statement. We will not take any questions after FS finishes his reading out the statement. Sir, the floor is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On the 14th of February 2019, a suicide terror attack was conducted by a Pakistan-based terrorist organization, the jaish-e-mohammed, leading to the martyrdom of 40 brave Jawans of the CRPF. The jaish-e-mohammed has been active in Pakistan for the last 2 decades, and it is led by Masood Azhar with its headquarters in Bahawalpur. This organization, which is proscribed by the United Nations, has been responsible for a series of terrorist attacks, including on the Indian Parliament in December 2001 and the Pathankot Air Base in January 2016. Information regarding the location of training camps in Pakistan and in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir has been provided to Pakistan from time to time. Pakistan, however, denies their existence. The existence of such massive training facilities capable of training hundreds of jihadis could not have functioned without the knowledge of the Pakistan authorities. India has been repeatedly urging Pakistan to take action against the jaish-e-mohammed to prevent jihadis from being trained and armed inside Pakistan. Pakistan has taken no concrete action to dismantle the infrastructure of terrorism on its soil. Credible intelligence was received that the jaish-e-mohammed was attempting other suicide terror attacks in various parts of the country, and the Fidaiyin jihadis were being trained for this purpose. In the face of imminent danger, a preemptive strike became absolutely necessary. In an intelligence-led operation in the early hours of today, India struck the biggest training camp of the jaish-e-mohammed in Balakot. In this operation, a very large number of jaish-e-mohammed terrorists, trainers, senior commanders, and groups of jihadis who were being trained for Fidaiyin action were eliminated. This facility at Balakot was headed by Maulana Yusuf Azhar, alias Ustad Ghori, the brother-in-law of Masood Azhar, chief of the JEM. The government of India is firmly and resolutely committed to taking all necessary measures to fight the menace of terrorism. Hence, this non-military preemptive action was specifically targeted at the jaish-e-mohammed camp. The selection of the target was also conditioned by our desire to avoid civilian casualties. The facility is located in thick forest on a hilltop, far away from any civilian presence. As the strike has taken place only a short while ago, we are awaiting further details. The government of Pakistan had made a solemn commitment in January 2004 not to allow its soil or territory under its control to be used for terrorism against India. We expect that Pakistan lives up to its public commitment and takes follow-up action to dismantle all JEM and other camps and hold the terrorists accountable for their actions. Thank you.
This concludes the briefing. Thank you all for joining. We are not taking any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. No questions at this time.
We will put out a statement in Hindi immediately after this. We are not taking any questions, and we will update you. We will update you on more information as and when they are made available to us.
Well, that was Vijay Gokhale, the Foreign Secretary, holding a press briefing, the first official press briefing really that's come from the Indian government after the strikes that took place very early this morning at 3:30 a.m. Vijay Gokhale saying some very, very clear things. He did say, of course, that there was confirmation or information provided to Pakistan about the terror bases and the terror training bases that were on its soil, in Pakistan did not take any concrete action to dismantle terror on its soil, forcing India's hand He also said that India had credible information that there were more suicide attacks being planned by the jaish-e-mohammed, just like the one that we saw happen in Pulwama, and which is why India had no choice but to take a preemptive strike in the manner that we've seen this morning in order to prevent any further damage. Now, he did say, of course, that the strike took place this morning at 3:30. He specifically referred to the Balakot strike, where he did say that the prime target was Maulana Yusuf Azhar, the brother of Masood Azhar, the head of the jaish-e-mohammed. He said that a great number of terrorist trainers, senior commanders and trainees have been taken out or destroyed in this particular attack. He also said that the location of the attack in Balakot was very far away from any sort of civilian presence. It was in a heavily forested area on the top of a hill, and specifically non-military, and this particular location was chosen so as to avoid civilian casualties. He said the government in Pakistan had made a commitment back in 2004 to make sure that it made a commitment to the international community to dismantle all terror outfits on its territory, but Pakistan will have to follow up with actual action on that promise. Interestingly, the Foreign Secretary taking no questions after that briefing, and we have been told that there will be a statement released in Hindi as well. Air Marshal Sunil on the phone line with us. Good morning to you, Air Marshal Sunil. We just had that official press conference from Vijay Gokhale, the Foreign Secretary, telling us, of course, that the Balakot attack that we've had this morning, the prime target was Maulana Yusuf Azhar. I just want to ask you a couple of things, if I may. The stress being placed here that it was non-military and there were no civilian casualties, this is going to be important going forward, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think to avoid any civilian casualties is important, and our targets are specific. So therefore, the decision has been taken to do precision strikes to just eliminate the top leadership of whatever militancy has been, been brewing in that region. So I think the targets are leadership of leadership as far as the Air Force is concerned, and that is why the strikes that are executed are with precision weapons, and
yes,
that is what the plan seems to be.
Marshal Sunil, we also have information, of course, that the Mirage 2000s of the Battle Axe Squadron 7 that flew in this particular attack actually made it back to Indian territory before any aircraft from the Pakistan Air Force was even airborne. Is it likely that we took them completely by surprise?
Yes, of course. These kind of strikes, this kind of attacks are carried out, and the best way to succeed is do proper planning and give surprise as much as possible, and that is how you are going to not only get your target that you have planned for, also to safeguard your own assets, and that is what I think the prime focus of everyone who's involved in decision making would be.
It's also from what we've received so far, Marshal Sunil, that the Air Force is on full alert. What would this mean exactly? Would you help our audience understand what that means right now to have all the armed forces on high alert?
Yeah, these kind of actions when you take, you need to safeguard your own territory, your own assets on your side of the border or the LC or the LoC. So I think the first thing is to ensure that your defensive forces are in place, and also if there is an escalation, then your offensive means that you would engage and you would employ, those are in place to take the initial action.
Marshal Nanulkar, the Mirage 2000s that flew in this particular, attack. Would you be able to tell us the nature of this aircraft and how we managed perhaps to cross over and cross back in 21 minutes?
Yeah, these aircraft are multi-role aircraft. They have the capability both to defend themselves well as they carry offensive weapons like precision-guided munitions, precision-guided bombs. They could be long-range bombs which you release from within your territory, or also laser-guided bombs which you go slightly closer to the target and release with a pinpoint accuracy. So this platform is a very formidable platform, very capable platform, and with most modern systems. And also the best part is this Cotton is equipped with the upgraded version of Mirage 2000 also. So I'm not too sure whether they have used the upgraded version or not, but it has a mix of both the old Mirages that we brought and the upgraded version. So that gives a tremendous flexibility to the leadership who is planning the strikes of this nature.
And Air Marshal Nandurkar, we as the Indian Air Force has not crossed over the line of control or into Pakistan territory ever before. How important or how grave do you think the situation is right now in terms of possible retaliation?
See, it all depends on how the war escalates. If I take you back to Kargil, there was not a single aircraft which crossed the border or the LoC and yet carried out the attacks on the territory that was occupied within our homeland, or also nearby or nearby, near to the LoC. So
yes,
without crossing the border, if you are within your territory and you are aware of the targets that are creating this nuisance for us all this while, you are well within your right to take them on, as long as there are no casualties other than the precise targets that you are wanting to eliminate. And it will be clear as to how Pakistan looks at these strikes and how serious they are to stop this terrorism. And I think as much as we are concerned with this, I think they will also, to my mind, they will take a very, very measured decision to react to whatever has been done by India.
Air Marshal Nandurkar, thank you so much for joining us on the phone line here at Mirror Now. I appreciate the time you have given us.